It is 6:28, and we have one of our favorite guests in studio, Craig Beals, fresh into the summer break. Thanks for getting up and still being a teacher for us.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to be back in the classroom here. A couple week off of school is a little too much for me, but
well, you got a bunch of people who spent a lot of time in detention. So, what did you bring for us?
You guys are in summer school, right? I brought a substance that's called lycopodium. Okay, and I'm going to put some of the lycopodium in here. You'll see that it's gonna, this is totally normal. That's the whole reason I bought it. The lycopodium is actually a moss spore. So this moss that grows up kind of in the tundra, especially in Norway, places like that, northern Canada, this is how it spreads its seeds and goes elsewhere. So this is totally natural. In fact, I just got my finger wet, put a little on there. You can eat it.
Wow.
People add this to their food, homeopathic type of things.
Then why am I holding a fire extinguisher?
Well, we're going to get to that. So you hang on to that. But what I wanted to show people, if you'll take a little bit out of that and just sort of squirt it up in the air, what happens is this is an incredibly fine spore.
Ready?
It's for TV, so.
It's a super fine spore, and you might not even really be able to see it on there, but it's full of lipids. It's full of fat. That's how it gets its energy. Perfect.
There we go.
That's how it gets its energy. And it's got some other unique physical properties. I'm going to dump it in the water, and then we're going to have Ed put his fingers into the water. So this is just going to coat the surface. It's very
it just stays right on the top of the water, too.
It's very hydrophobic.
Okay.
So I'm going to put, I might as well just do the rest of it. When we see, if you look in the water, when Ed puts his fingers in there, his fingers aren't even going to get wet. So go ahead and just put that down a little bit right about there.
It looks like he has rubber gloves on.
Look at that.
That's
really cool. Fingers have a little bit of the powder, but you can blow it right off of there. And so go ahead and try it one more time. Check that out.
That is awesome.
They're just super hydrophobic, so it builds up around and keeps the water away from the skin.
It's hard to see, really, because it looks like maybe my fingers are just in there. But my fingers are dry except for the powder.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing a glove when you put it down in there.
Right.
So there's one more thing we can do with this, because it's such a fine powder and it's so full of lipids and fats, is that we can see if it'll light on fire. So
I
for the
have
safety
this
goggles.
on. I'm backing up.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I've got this. This is just a wash bottle that we use in the lab, and I've cut the end off and filled it up with some of the powder.
Okay.
And this, of course, is a torch.
We like torches.
All right. And then I never really, Ed, I'll have you move back just a little bit that way, and we'll see what happens. You ready?
Yep.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
We didn't need to
one more time. There you go. Watch the lights. Oh, it's like a hot air balloon around. That's just the powder. That's just the lycopodium. It's got some really, really amazing physical properties. And I think there's so many ways we can make fire, but to do it with a biological organism, I think, is kind of an exciting and interesting way to tie the chemistry, the physics.
Are you aware of a practical application where this is used?
Yeah, it's actually used as a lubricant. It's used, it's got several uses. It was used pretty extensively back in the 1800s, but now that we've got synthetics and we're able to create things in the lab that they don't necessarily need this for, it's mainly used for science teachers to just throw fireballs.
And what were you thinking right now, Russell? Me and Russell kind of making eye contact. It smells like barbecue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It smells amazing.
I was thinking of branding.
You were thinking of what?
Branding.
Yeah, burning hair.
That's right.
Yeah. Does this present like a fire risk to the areas where you set out in the tundra where this is natural?
It's not quite as concentrated. They're little pods, but they're very easily harvestable.
Cool.
Which is why we can get copious amounts of this stuff, apparently, especially in Norway and places that just covers the landscape. And we see the same sort of stuff up in the mountains in the areas where it's very wet and there's mosses growing, but this is a different type of moss than we have here.
Very
called the club
interesting.
moss.
Very interesting.
That's pretty cool
it's
stuff.
really cool stuff. So,
Yeah, it feels like the chalk when we write on the chalkboard, the stuff that was left over on your fingers.
Yeah.
So give it a try, Russell.
That's in Norway. With this, well, look at that. It just forms right around your fingers.
Right? Oh, yeah, you can see it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Craig. This was a lot
you're
of
the
fun.
man.
Oh,
You promised fire, and we had fire.
I did, and we would do it many more times, but I'm afraid you'd have to shut the whole show down.
I think you got pretty close to the lights there, but nothing's melting. So
That's a birthday
we're in
candle
good
for
shape.
Ed.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Next time I'll bring the hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we look forward to having you on the next time. We'll be right back after this break.